Welcome to Neckjuice number 5. Number 5. Double nickel, baby. Number 5. God, can you feel him with us this evening? Lord, take me. Hold me in your creviced hands and let me feel you. Come on, Lord. I want to feel the Lord. Welcome to Neckjuice number 5. I can feel the Lord pumping through me tonight. I can feel the Lord with us. I can feel the Lord in this room right now.
Oh, yeah, baby.
He's standing right in front of me.
Huh!
He's holding me. He's inside of me.
Huh!
He's coming inside of me.
Huh!
He's leaving me. I'm breathing. I'm breathing the Lord in. I'm breathing the Lord out. I'm breathing the Lord in. I'm breathing the Lord out. I'm breathing. I'm waking up in the morning and I'm breathing the Lord in. Come on. Let's go.
Right.
I got this juice in my neck. I got this juice in my neck. That's what I said this morning when I woke up. I said I have juice in my neck. And I cannot let it sit there, for it may ferment, and for I may turn. Amen. Good Lord. Amen.
All right.
God, it's good to be here with you, brothers, this evening. I have to say, it really is a relief.
You gonna introduce me or what?
To be in the hands of the Lord. First, we gotta say hello to the Lord first. To be in the hands of the Lord and to be cared for and know that you're loved. That is what it is about, brothers and sisters. That is what it is about. Thank you very much. Well, today with us we have Brother Tyler.
Thank you.
He's
we haven't been able to find.
Well, Aidan's been
host.
MIA.
Yeah.
Aidan's been MIA. I think the Lord might have something for him.
And
I think the Lord might have something for him, and he's on his own little journey. He did get scammed, and he signed up for this job. He lost $5,000, and he said he was going to the woods to find himself. So
scammers have their own journeys.
Sometimes the scammer gets scammed. It's like a catch-22.
Maybe the scammer gets scammed by the unscammed.
It's like trying to catch a slippery football, you know? Mm-hmm. Goes right between your hands.
So he got scammed, and he just kind of left town.
Yes, Lord. He went to the woods to go find himself. And so we have this, we have Tyler sitting in with us. He's stepping into the limelight. He's finding himself. He's a young brother here.
To find my confidence.
He's finding himself. He's trying on gold. He's sipping on that blood.
The blood, Chuck. What the? You fucking pagan.
Hey, whoa! Just because you're just because you're in the limelight now doesn't mean you can shit on Chuck. You're still on the same level as him. Let's make that abundantly clear. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, get back on those keys. Keep me, or else I'm going to start getting frustrated.
You don't sound too good without the keys. Mm-hmm. What has been your path recently? My path, brother, has been one of sanctitude and love and anniversary. Yeah, I just had my year anniversary with my wife this past week. We went down to Praise Him. We went down to Bend, Oregon. We went down to Lapine, Oregon. Yeah.
Praise it be. And
praise the Lord that be.
And we went down there, and the Lord was testing us a little bit, I have to say.
Why?
We went down there, and we had a clear night the first night, had a wonderful dinner. Woke up in the morning, and I went out to go let my dog go to the bathroom, and these hot orange streams of light were coming in, shining over the couches, and clear through to the kitchen.
The sunset,
and it was
sunrise,
just hot.
sunset.
It was just a hot.
Was it
orange.
A sunset?
It was sunrise.
What's wrong with that?
Why were you just listening? I said
I thought something was wrong. I play my happier notes.
This morning.
So it's a sunset?
This is sunrise in the morning.
Let me do my sunrise.
Because I said I woke up to let my dog out to pee, right? And there's these hot orange beams coming in through the sofa, past the sofa, clear to the kitchen. And brother, let me tell you, that wasn't just a sunrise. That was smoke. Smoke on the water. Yeah. Because we had the lazy river right outside. It was going down, round. I mean, that thing was looking like a figure eight, the way it was winding around. It was so lazy.
Was that the Lapine River?
No, it's the lazy river. I just told you what it was called.
It's not called that. Isn't that a term to describe it? Not
no, it's the literal name. It was Lazy River South.
It's like Columbia's the big river, but it's the Columbia.
Lapine also. There's not a Lapine River.
It's the Deschutes.
There's a Paulina Lake, and then that lazy river comes down all the way off of it, and it comes around. And I'm telling you, there was so much smoke blowing in from the fire southeast of Eugene that the sun was coming through bright orange.
Do you ever?
And it was a blessing and a curse, brother, because it looked wonderful, but we couldn't go outside. The AQI was hitting at about 239.
I mean, natural disasters create the most beauty.
That's true. It's kind of a
So it's kind of worth it.
kind of a bittersweet pill, huh?
I'll take a fire. I'd rather a fire.
You take a fire, and what will you do with it?
Turn it into a sunshine.
Into a what?
Into a sun.
Into a sunset?
turn it into it. Hold on. Turn it into a sunshine.
All right, yeah. See, that's what that big star that we call the sun did. Took that fire and it turned it into sunshine.
Did you watch the moon?
So to be honest, it was a great time down in Lapine. We had to stay indoors for most of it because the smoke was so thick. And then we went out to dinner, and I tried to turn my car over, and I wouldn't turn over. And I just was stuck.
Turn over, turn on?
It wouldn't turn on.
Let's just say that.
Wouldn't turn on.
Okay, cool. Turn over. It's like you'd like.
And there's
on its
I actually
side.
do have kind of a funny story that happened here that I kind of forgot to mention. So I'm sitting there and I realize, okay, it's dead. I get out this little battery that I charged. I got it ready for a situation like this.
Yeah.
And I hooked it up to the battery, and this thing that was at 100%, it was just at 0%.
Yeah.
That battery didn't hold a charge. So it led me into an interaction with one of my brothers out there. This guy pulled up. He kind of had a mullet like me, except it was bleach blonde. He had an American t-shirt on. And for some reason, I have this situation where I kind of end up when I'm around... Oh, we got Big Bro in the house. When I'm around people like rural folks, I kind of have a code switch of my own sometimes.
Like you do a voice?
Where the code switching often is talked about and kind of cross-racially.
Yeah.
But I'm talking a cross-culturally situation with me and a rural white folk where a little bit of a southern accent starts to come out, and I just can't help it. My mom used to do the same thing. She started talking to someone
like you do when you're
talking
to God.
the way that they do. When I'm talking to God,
Yeah.
And this brother, he comes up and I'm like, hey, do y'all got any jumper cables? My car's dead.
Y'all got.
And his wife goes, what? And he goes, yep. And he goes in the back of his truck and he just flings out these jumper cables in front of my car. I'm thinking, praise be. And he hooks them up, and then he's saying, man, this car battery right here, this puppy will turn your car over in no time. And I was like, thank you, brother. I got in, I turned it over.
Chuck, you give me some more wine, please?
Of course, sir.
But basically what
Cut that
happened...
piece off.
Basically what happened is I found myself code switching to act more country than I was. I walked up to this guy and I was like, you got them jumper cables? I mean, it wasn't really that flagrant, but it's just a very slight thing that happens in the back of my throat.
This guy was...
And he loved it.
Did he fit the mold?
Yeah, he had he's just one of those guys where his identity is like he's got his American flag on your t-shirt.
Yeah.
Which is always a crazy thing to lead with. People's identity is just that American flag.
Yeah, it's like we know.
And it's like, we get it, we're in America. It's like it becomes such a kind of political, this is my identity type thing. But he was so excited to help me jump my car. He just flung those jumper cables right out in front of the car. And I hooked him up to my battery, and he came around and he got out, and I was like, I hope it turns over my car. And he was like, with this battery, it better fucking turn it over. And he hopped right in his truck, and I turned on my car, and that puppy just roared right over. And as I was getting out to take off the cables, he looked at me and had this light in his eye, and he goes, so where's home? And I was like, what?
Don't say Portland.
And he was like,
Portland.
He was like, Tennessee?
No.
I was like, no, I'm from Portland. And then I got a little bit nervous, and I lied, and I was like, but I did spend a lot of time in Salem growing up.
As if that has that accent.
Yeah, I was like...
It was down south.
All of a sudden, I was embarrassed to be from Portland. I was like, I gotta have like a little country in me or something.
I spend one day a year in Salem.
It was so bad, but his eyes were so lit up with so much like excitement. He wanted me to be from Tennessee so bad. I'd never had anyone ask me that before. So where's home? And when you're talking about home, they're talking about down home, like down.
Like not here.
Yeah, not here. Anywhere but here. Like, it better be down south, brother. I'd love to hear about them Savannah fields of grain blowing in the wind, or those Georgia peaches falling off the vine.
And you're like, Portland.
And
I'm from Portland.
I'm from Portland. And he's just like,
you're like, what are your pronouns?
And he's like, man, I thought that was a southern mullet, not a non-binary mullet.
Yeah.
he wasn't too pleased, but I think the Salem bit bought me enough time to get in the car and drive off.
Such a scam. That's more of a scam than what Aidan went through.
Yeah.
To say you spend maybe average 4 days a year at Salem.
Yeah, I'm nervous about Aidan. I wonder where he's at.
I mean, I do know wherever he is.
I know wherever he is, he's with the Lord.
Yeah.
He's with the Lord, yes he is. I keep the Lord close to my heart in all my endeavors.
I thought you were going to say, he's with the Lord and he's excited.
He's excited.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
God's hands.
He's in
Besides
God's
that,
hands.
Chuck, we don't fucking know where he is.
He's
Chuck.
in Lord's hands. He's held and coddled by the Lord.
We tried calling him.
Like a boy.
God answered.
Like a young boy should be. Come on, Lord.
Well, he's alive. He's alive.
Do we know that?
Allegedly, he's alive.
Yeah.
He's
I guess,
5K in the hole. He owes the bank. And he said he was going to the woods. That's all I know.
Yeah. Which is a recipe for disaster.
Or it's a recipe for finding yourself.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you know when there's nobody in the woods, who else is in the woods with you?
Did he text
The
you
Lord.
that, or did you hear his voice say that?
I went over to his house the morning after he got that 5K. The bank said he owed 5K because he got scammed. And I went over to his house and I opened the door and I went in his room and it looked like he'd been thrown from a truck the way he was sleeping in his bed. He just slammed up against the wall, all the blankets willy-nilly, and there's just beer cans everywhere. And I kind of tapped his shoulder and I said, "Brother, are you with us?"
Are you with us?
And he rolled over and this just stench came rolling out of his mouth.
Oh.
One of the most rotten, foul smells I've ever seen. It was almost colored green.
Atheist.
And I closed my eyes. The scent burned my eyes. And he sat up and he looked me dead. He looked straight down to my soul, brother, and he said, "I'm going to the woods."
In a car?
So he hopped in that hatchback that he can't even get the lid back on.
Is that a hatchback? Is that a hatchback?
No.
Move on. Sorry. Doesn't matter.
And he headed out to the woods, and that's what happened. So that kind of explains where we're at today. It's just a couple of guys.
Yeah. We'll miss him.
And we'll miss him. So
I don't know. It's definitely leaves the doors open.
So I was thinking, we could get into talking a little bit about like what's a current event going on right now. Do we got anything happening in the world that's worth talking about, giving our professional opinion on?
Mitch fell asleep again.
Wait, he did again?
Yeah. That was cute.
But he got a letter declaring him medically clear
Yeah.
to work after his episode.
I forgot he got a concussion in March.
I know this is a topic that a lot of us... Oh, he did?
Yeah.
What did he get a concussion from?
Falling.
Banging lines of blow off of...
Yeah.
Off a
81-year-old Mitch.
Man.
And then his staff was saying they're kind of accusing the reporters for not speaking loud enough, and that's why he...
God, these guys are protected. I think I've heard this... everybody's probably heard this complaint before, but just think about your grandpa. Like when he turned 80 or anyone in your family when they turn 80, things are starting to wind down, right? You're not as sharp.
Yeah.
And you put somebody up there in front of the entire nation and have them have to speak. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, why does everyone in our government have to be so old? It's almost like, do we have to just wait around for them to die before anything happens?
Yeah, because
They should be in homes.
he hasn't decommitted to running in 2025.
Oh, this is kind of cool. An extremely dangerous attempted murder suspect escaped an Oregon mental hospital.
Oh yeah,
An extremely dangerous what?
murderous.
Attempted murder suspect.
Attempted murder suspect escaped an Oregon mental hospital.
We don't even know if he's murdered, but he's insanely dangerous.
Wow.
No, the article said there's some running down I-5 south.
Jesus Christ.
They're
that
just
makes-
running.
Like a man trying to escape for his life makes
Goes
him
to I-5.
insanely dangerous.
Well, imagine escaping for your life and choosing
choosing
the busiest
I-5.
freeway on the West Coast and then running in the middle lane butt naked.
He was butt naked too.
I don't know, but I mean,
You
Oh,
just
yeah, he was.
he looks-
Christopher Prey was last seen fleeing south on Interstate 5 outside Salem.
yeah.
Speaking of Salem,
wow.
G'day. No, that was Australia.
Good day, mate. Man, that is crazy. So he could be, I mean, if he's running like that, he could be anywhere at this point. He could be coming back through.
beat a Timbuktu.
He could be at Timbuktu at
It's
this
crazy.
point.
Suspected, attempted murder.
Yeah.
So this guy's just like you and I. He hasn't done.
I've been suspected.
Until proven guilty.
I've done a lot of attempted murders.
Yeah.
I haven't completed. I have never finished the job.
I almost hit that guy walking.
I don't know
Pissed
whether.
me off with his kid.
I don't know what happened.
You know I mean, I didn't. Just today, I was in a crosswalk, and you know when you kind of pull into the crosswalk so you can see where you're turning, so you can actually see down the road, and then some little fucking couple, just because you went 4 feet in the crosswalk, they look at you like you hit
God.
their kids and
Yeah.
called them.
That's something that really pisses me off when I'm just driving around, and you know when a neighborhood starts to get real kind of rich and white and stuffy.
Yeah.
When
Wow.
I start to feel like no matter what speed I'm driving, it's too much for the people that
They're
are
always like,
they're always kind of looking at you, and there's this like entitlement, like they own that block, and the speed that you're driving
Yeah.
at is so offensive. And it's like I start to slow down,
Yeah.
and then I'm
No,
also
don't
just
slow-
like,
speed
fuck
up.
you.
give your kid a helmet, speed up.
And I'm so hyper ready for them to be looking at me like that they could just look at me, and I'm assuming that that's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
I just feel I'm already
Yeah.
worked up
Yeah.
before it even happens.
It's fucking
And
bullshit.
that, my friend, is the moment when I take a seat and I close my eyes. And when I close my eyes, it's just me and him, capital H. And his big blue eyes swallow me up like the ocean. And he holds me in his hand and he says, "Brother, you have been saved."
Nice.
Thank you.
Moving on. So, mental health. Thoughts?
Mental health check. How's your mental health doing? It better help.
Oh,
You can get
we're sponsored by
BetterHelp.
Even Better Help.
even better help.
Yeah. And it's even less direct. You just email them. You don't have to get on a
Yeah.
call. You just email and they send you back what you want to hear.
Even better help. Now you can skip all the FaceTime and the Zoom calls, and you
You
can
don't have
get
time
right
for
and
that.
do it all textually.
Yeah. Send out an email at like 4 p.m. Get it the next day. Get your help you need and move on.
Just so everyone knows, that's Tyler's dog out there
Yeah.
that we're dealing with.
What do you guys feel about Labor Day?
Um,
What is Labor Day to you?
I think
What does
Labor
it
Day should be all about having a barbecue. You know, I feel like it should be all about not working.
What is Labor Day, though?
I think it's something where you respect the laborers of the United States of America and you give them one day off out of 365.
Well, yeah, it's to
One day to rest their scoliosis.
honor and recognize the labor movement. But I mean, like, what does that mean to us? Or
What
is
movement?
Labor Day?
Well, I think what it means to us is it means you get to have a barbecue, right? You get to have your friends together. You get to drink a couple of Coronas, you know?
Yeah.
And
Modelo's.
maybe Modelo's.
It means Fred Meyer display case.
I mean, I'm going to be drinking Coronas. That's for sure. Especially after the virus, I think, it's just It's a good thing to drink, to support, because Corona took a huge hit when
What?
the virus came out. People started associating that wonderful corn syrup based beverage.
Oh, I get it now.
They started relating that to the disease.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
The virus. And it's a different thing. Me, I do prefer Modelo.
I drink China beers.
But I also have a deep respect for corporations, and I know that Corona is struggling right now. And I want to just bring my brothers and sisters together and my brothers and sisters in Christ together, and we can just start to give that stock a lift. I may or may have
stock. I think they're doing
with the
fine.
church's money. I may or may have not bought a couple of
fine.
stocks.
That's okay.
So I'm thinking, we can get people together, and we can clue in with the Mormons and the high priests on this one, and we can start to get people together and get that money put
as
together.
As long as you upgrade my organ,
and we start to raise those stocks. Lord, be blessed. And lift those stocks like angel wings coming down from the heavens to lift us up, lift our spirits up when those stocks come up.
It's beautiful.
And he's just tilted Corona back too.
So that's your Monday?
Are we talking mental health, was it? Or we're talking Labor
Day.
So for me, a lot of my mental health is balanced tediously in between getting enough sleep and having enough Coronas. That's what I find,
Do you think these holidays are just, we're on the brink of a mental breakdown, and then you get that one Monday off?
Yeah.
And that just kind of gets you going
because you work 365, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you work like 350.
You get 15 days off a year.
Yeah. And then you
one
get
day
that
off
one
every 4 weeks.
And then it turns to 349 because you get that L day, that Labor Day put right in there.
Yeah.
And that day makes all the difference for me because I think about Uncle Sam and he appreciates the work that I'm doing. And he says, you know what, bud? You're doing a damn good job.
Yeah.
Take a day off.
I'm going to take the day off.
I'm going to take the day in the name of Uncle Sam off.
Maybe the next day, too.
Heck, if you're lucky and it combines with your weekend, it should be a 3-day weekend if you have if you don't work on the
You
weekends.
think Memorial Day kind of hates Labor Day?
I think Memorial Day's got a lot
one
of grief.
is like Iwo Jima, the other's Subway worker.
Yeah, I think Memorial Day's got a lot of misplaced
And then
grief.
there's Veterans Day, which is what, October?
The interesting thing about Veterans Day and Memorial Day is they're kind of the same day, but they're just divided by death.
Yeah, but if you died, you get two.
The veterans are on this because Memorial Day, they're not talking about just people who died. They're talking about people who died in the war, I think.
Yeah, not just anyone who died.
It's like just because you died.
It's not all. Well, Day of the Dead, never mind. See that white naivety?
Well,
I just said there's no holiday for the
naivety.
deaf.
Oh.
And we're back.
And we're back. This is
Thank you, Even.
Thank you, Even Better Help for sponsoring the pod. So I want to just give a little bit of a shout out to all our juice heads out there. We got a lot of juice heads that have been into the pod and they've been sending in fan mail. It's kind of went from email to handwritten letters. We've got a lot of 13-year-old boys over in Georgia. A lot of middle school boys.
We do?
That are into the pod, yeah.
The country?
You probably haven't received any letters, have you? I've been getting an overwhelming amount.
I mean, but a lot of your letters say...
I'm kind of a role model. I'm kind of a father figure is what I'm finding.
A lot of the letters say, it's so clear, the audio, that if it weren't clear, I wouldn't be fans of you two.
I think a lot of the letters are saying that it's clear that I am providing a father position for a lot of these kids out here, especially the Georgian kids and the Eurasian, a lot of the Eurasian kids.
And from your hometown of Memphis, Tennessee.
In my hometown, or actually not my hometown, but a lot of kids in Memphis, Tennessee too.
You could get fucked up for a fake Southern accent.
You could.
You could get really slammed.
Yeah,
down.
I kind of felt afterwards. I was like, God, why did I do that? I didn't even mean to do that, and I just.
But you see them, you almost create their voice when you see someone like that
in your head.
Yeah, you want to do like woohoo.
Yeah, it's
like that's not.
Yeah, it's like
could be.
But also, I found like when I go out to remote tackle shops and stuff, when I'm out up on the Washougal River and stuff, I feel like if I put just a little bit of that down home love in that voice. The interaction is so much better. There's kind of a homey interaction between the two of us if you just have just even a hint.
What does that
of a
sound
twang.
like? Do it to me.
It's just kind of. It's always there on the. I can't do it unless you.
I'm in a tackle shop.
You're not an authentic person.
We'll just try.
Look at you.
I'm going to tackle. Well,
can't talk to you like that.
Yo! I'm in a tackle shop.
This guy's like.
Kind of urban tackle guy.
You should move to Brooklyn and start a rap career. Huh?
Hit him with it.
Hit him with a little bit of rap.
Just a little bit of twang.
A little bit of twang. All right.
Howdy, sir. Welcome. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, can I get one of those sodas over there?
You have a little twang.
Are you from, Are you from Tennessee? Shoot. I get one of those sodas over there. Oh, man, it's nice out today, isn't it?
Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm always coming down here from Portland, but
Portland.
But I like it out here.
I hear you can't fucking go outside your fucking door there.
I like it out here. You know, you get out by that creek and it's just still. It's just a nice feeling.
Yeah.
You hit on them keys.
Chuck's touching himself. Oh.
He's telling you to hit on them keys.
Hold on, Chuck. Watch this, Chuck.
All right, I think now would be a good time. This is kind of free format. Let me remind everybody again. All right, I don't want anybody getting up my knickerbockers.
That wasn't scripted.
No.
The last 30 minutes has not been...
This isn't scripted. This is free format, and we're kind of coming up with it as we go. And I'm thinking if Chuck can get some sort of random word simulator, maybe we can get a little song going. I can write a little something, and we can get a little song rolling. Sorry, I had a little bit of Trader Joe's orange chicken before I came in tonight, and it's coming back up in a bad way.
Well, you still get that?
Yeah, let's just. Yeah, I did get it.
I got some words here.
Yeah, I want like a random concept that we can pull from, and we can kind of start to record something.
So what kind of word are you looking for? Verbs or nouns? Or we start with a noun, right?
Yeah, start with a noun.
First letter D.
Of course.
Last letter T.
This is that's what it requires?
This is a word. How many syllables?
Give it like
13.
Give it like
Less than.
Give it like 6 syllables.
Less than 6.
So, it's like I can only think of like medications like
Huh?
Development.
Development. All right.
I'm feeling irrelevant. Okay. All right. I got you.
All right. So how do we want to do this? This is going to be the first one of many. It's going to be one of the features of the pod where we make a song.
Dirt, debt, and department.
Huh?
Development, dirt, debt, and department.
Development, dirt, debt, and department. All right. Let me write those words down real quick. Maybe we'll do it where we write a quick song and then we cut to recording it, so people don't have to sit through it.
It ain't so bad. Make them sit through it.
All right. Sure. Development, dirt, debt, department. All right. Everywhere. Come on, baby. God, that's so bad. So good.
I'll give you some verbs.
No, I'm gonna work with that. What you gave me.
Direct, defeat, decept, detect.
Let me work with what you already gave me because I want to get too bogged down in too many words. Out here in Portland, they're always putting in new development. It's a new development. Watch them kicking up the dirt for the hell of it. I've been celibate for 7 to 8 years. Now I'm about to cry tears out my pecker. I bet you in debt. You a woodpecker. I fill you up with cement, sweat. Yo, I'm sweating like Keith Sweat. I'm in a boat. I'm getting head neck juice. In the water. I'm flying high. I'm like Harry Potter. I'm a condor. I spread my wings. I fly down and then I sing like I'm hitting high notes. Look what I wrote. I'm in a new department. I'm in a new apartment. Tyler's new living space. The floors aren't finished. I'm about to catch another case, cold case. A beer's in the fridge. I'm crying tears like a witch flying around on a broom. I think it's doomsday every Tuesday when I gotta go to work, perfume on my neck. I'm getting neck juice. You want respect? How about a wet noose? I'll hang you from the back of the boat. Ho! I'm like Rupert Murdoch, bro. There we go. I got all the words in there.
I'm like Rupert Murdoch, bro.
Wow. Come on. I was trying to tie in that concept about that boat, that murder on the boat with the Murdoch kid, right?
Oh, the Murdoch. Oh, the
Yeah. It wasn't
the
Rupert.
South Carolina family.
It
No,
wasn't
not
Rupert, but it was Murdoch.
The Murdochs, where he like just the teen just flew out of the boat and died.
It's a Murdoch. You get murdered on the dock. Come on. Somebody had to have used that. Come on, dude. I'm so cold.
Dude, stop writing people's raps, dude.
Bro, so cold. Nice with it. Dude, Portland could never, bro. Corvallis could never.
Lake Oswego could.
Dude, I saw a real life SoundCloud boy out on in a back of an Uber next to me when I was crossing the Burnside Bridge, and he had one of those scarecrow like smile things stitched all the way up the side of his cheek. You know how like a scarecrow
Joker? Or Scarecrow?
It looked like a scarecrow, you know, like Jack, the Nightmare Before Christmas guy, how his smile looks with the line and the.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like it's stitched. Yeah, he had it tattooed across
like a
from
skeleton.
cheek to cheek. Yeah, it was crazy.
And he knew he was a SoundCloud rapper.
He was a white boy with dreads. Had that.
Check. Check.
Bro, it might have been Stitches. He didn't look that tall though. Is Stitches tall?
Stitches seemed like a buff guy.
But it's like these guys look big on YouTube, but they're small.
They're short guys.
Oh, this is a person?
Stitches, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like
Stitches was a
no way
wild,
they're real Stitches.
He's a
Chuck.
scary looking rapper.
Is he dope?
I mean,
Debatable.
he's something. He's
Nice.
he's really something.
Sounds like we shouldn't talk about
Debatable whether
All right.
he's dope or not. Yeah, I don't really want to offend Stitches. You don't really want to get on Stitches' bad side. Come on, baby.
So I'm thinking maybe I just kind of talk for the next half hour.
Yeah,
or
I'd
so.
love to hear you
Sure,
hold
cool.
a room for once. Have people be interested in what you have to say.
I just think there's we're kind of at a turning road in the country, and not a lot of people are here to risk what it takes to turn to make the difference.
We're at a crossroads, you're
No,
saying?
turning
What are
road.
you trying to say? I feel like you're
I just think
like so far
I
away
think
from
if
making
you-
any sort of
yeah.
point. Go ahead.
I think we might be the podcast that changes everything. And turns,
How so?
just says what they don't want to hear.
Especially now that it's just a couple of white guys. It's like
Yeah,
We
we
can
finally
really-
have influence.
we can really start to say what
Yeah.
people need to hear.
Yeah.
It's not many guys like us have podcasts, and our voices aren't really being
How many guys like us
upheld.
have a voice or a platform?
I don't. It's just it. Well,
Especially
it's
not today.
diminishing now.
Yeah.
that's for sure. We're getting diminishing returns
Yeah.
on that. So it's really important that we're out here doing this.
Yeah. Thank God he ran into a forest. Let me tell you that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if he never came back, we could be better for it. God,
We definitely have more chemistry. I just think
I
it's
feel like we have a little bit more sexual tension too, which is
a little bit.
sex sells, and that's gonna probably be good
We know more about sex.
than him.
What are your thoughts on sex?
My thoughts on sex are that sex is kind of the other.
Having sex.
Sex
Is
is
that Chris Hansen?
kind of the other end of the spectrum, right? You have everything humans, they like to act civilized, and everybody, that's the whole British thing, civilized. And humans act like they're not animals, but when you get into that sexual mode, baby, it's just like that animal comes out. And it's kind of hard to contend within yourself, because you have the you in the waking world, and then you have sex, right? And when you get into that sexy mode with whoever your partner may be, you kind of let that beast out of the cage.
Yeah.
You know, that's been taking shit from your boss all week.
Finally put your phone
That's
down.
been-
First time you put your phone down in a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
You're not looking at anything
Yeah.
except her or
Nothing.
him.
Nothing but
it.
them. Or it. You know, the Chinese
Yeah.
came out with a dick sucking machine.
Oh,
This AI, that's like one of the first, or I guess no.
is it not a fleshlight?
It's some sort of fleshlight dick sucking machine. I saw it on the internet.
What do you think about those the butt cheeks?
Oh, the portable butt cheeks.
Where it's like you just kind of sliced off the butt, like kind of right along the back.
You got kind of the
And then
cross section that
and then-
everybody was looking
Yeah,
for.
and then you just put it, I imagine, on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Or you could maybe suction
Have
cup,
you seen one?
Suction
Have you
cup it
seen
up
one?
against the wall. I've never actually seen one.
Imagine just gluing it to the wall.
I do have kind of or just having it have suction cups and you just
Yeah,
be smacking cheeks up against the wall. I mean, the thing that I've always thought about that, it's like cool, like sure you're probably loving it while you're doing it, but then when you're done, you gotta, you're
gotta
probably
put it in
alone
the
in your house.
dishwasher.
You have to go like over to the sink and like put
Chuck,
the
have you done one of the butts that you fuck? The cut off
the cross section.
The cut off. All right, Chuck, the cut off butt cheeks. The sex toy. You ever done it? No.
Just prostitutes.
Yeah. Just
love
the
the, like-
real thing.
Your brain's like, that's the...
Well, you're
It's
paying
either that or...
you're paying for both.
They're both just...
So,
Yeah.
but you might as well pay for the real thing. There's a little bit more risk with
Have
the
you
real
seen the unboxing of a real doll?
No, yeah, that's
Supposedly they're really heavy and just
Oh, wow.
clunky and
man.
you don't know where to put it.
I have this story, like I'm not gonna name any names, but
Aidan.
a friend of mine that I used to work with, her husband, they're not married anymore, but he got the doll, and their marriage was kind of on the rocks, and they had an open relationship, and he got this doll, and he was just more into the doll than anything else, and it was one of the real life like full body heavy ones.
Yeah.
And she was very perturbed by it and hated it. But one day she came back and he had it in the sink or in the bathtub, and he was like washing it, and their daughter was the kid was in the other room, and she was just like, "Fuck this."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm not fucking sitting around for this anymore. When you can think of it in concept, but then when you see it, it's just like.
Well, what did she think he would be like? Like kind of into it.
No,
I mean, it's a
yeah.
sex doll. It's
Yeah,
like you're
he's
gonna
full on.
you're zero or.
But that's what I
1,000.
mean.
You're
It's
not gonna be
different
like-
when you see it, and that's the whole thing. I imagine with people that get that type of stuff, they're having their fun with it, and then they're taking it and then you got to go wash it out. And while you're washing it out, like what's going through your mind while you're washing it out? It's like
Yeah.
you got to be feeling pretty bad about yourself.
Your wife and kid are alone
You're jamming
in the other room.
your hand in there, trying to kind of get your kids out of this silicone.
Dylan had some. My buddy had washing it out. That's what made him throw.
Your friend had one, and then when he was washing it out, he was like, "I'm done."
Realized he's
Yeah, can we get a last name and address on that, Chuck?
Oh, he's a friend of the pod. He's a juice
Okay.
head. I've been seeing a lot of the fans have been self-proclaiming themselves as juice heads. It's
Yeah.
been pretty cool.
It's cool that they came up with that on their own. Too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we send out the content and they
were like-
form their communities.
They're like, I'm a
and-
juice head. I'll sue me.
Like
I
that.
admit it.
That's clever. That's cool.
I love that. Yeah.
I love it too.
I mean, just the rise to fame being
just
so
hope-
astronomical is just like really it shakes you to your core.
Let's hope something happens to Aidan when he tries to come back.
No, he'll be back, and you'll be back where you belong soon enough. He's gonna come back like a wise man. He'll have found himself.
I just think he's gonna see what we did and just be pissed and jealous and just.
Yeah, probably be
And I have
pretty.
my
After he sees your piss poor performance, he'll probably think, God, I gotta come back. This is just. I've built this thing with Dane, just me and him.
Just you two.
You're basically plugging away X like code 1010
Binary guy. Yeah.
binary type guy,
Yeah.
and we're the ones who make it happen. So it's I'm doing my best to carry it this week. It's been a pretty big downer, but Well,
I think it's
appreciate you sitting in though. I mean, just occupying space.
Make sure just let us know how you really felt. Okay. Don't hold back on the comments.
That's that one over there now. That camera died.
Don't hold back. Let us know.
Yeah, we'd love some feedback, even if it's good or bad or positive. You know,
let's not make this a race thing. Just talent.
Yeah,
who's
nobody was, bud.
Who's more talented?
Yeah, who's more talented, Dane or Tyler?
No affirmative action here.
You're gonna get a lot of pity Tylers.
What?
You're gonna get a lot of pity Tylers.
I'm gonna get
because they see you're trying to be this guy, and they're gonna feel bad for you.
There's a huge incel wave coming in there.
Yeah, they're gonna
feel like I'm putting them in a backpack and throwing them.
You're putting them boys on your back,
and we're just flying out.
And all those boys got grapes full of boys too, because they haven't been spreading seeds at all.
If they can,
they probably not sown one seed.
Don't talk about my boys. Well,
I think we did it.
I think we could easily go for 3 more hours.
We could go for 3 more hours, and people would probably
I think we have
eat
to
it
stop.
up. Hey, well, fucking great job, bud. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Let's just do a little outro song real quick.
All right, let's do a little outro.
Hold on, let me get on my tone wheel.
Jimmy Paltrow outro.
Hold on.
Just leave it. Huh?
Will we be able to hear it?
What?
Yeah.
Chuck, we still have the mics.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry.
Get this guy.
Producer, more like
This guy's
reducer.
Unbelievable.
All right. I just want to...
Can I get a word?
Whoa. Yeah, go ahead. Talk.
You go ahead.
It's not every day that you get to...
It's not every day that you're going to be in the limelight, bud. So fucking step up and take it. Take it.
I think there's a lot of people who'd like to be in this seat.
Enjoy it.
If I'm going to be anything, it's going to be inspiration to those who've never been able to sit in a seat like this.
You gotta get up and take it. If you want it, you gotta break it. A couple eggs. A couple eggs to make an omelet.
All right, thank you so much.
Juice. God, I can't. I need to get a nice way to sing Neckjuice so it sounds good. Neckjuice. 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 I like that. Neckjuice. Come on.
All right.
All right, that's it.